Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good everything for you. Today we're going to discussing about reading comprehension, skill 3 and 4. This is the second video of reading comprehension in TOEFL serial. This video will discuss skill 3, negative factual information questions, skill 4, inference questions. Click the video here for the previous skill 1 and 2 of reading comprehension. You can see from this link ya. Anda bisa lihat video skill 1 dan 2 dari link berikut. Okay, now let's go to skill 3 about negative factual informations. Negative factual information question asks you to verify what information is true and what information is not true. Artinya memverifikasi informasi mana yang benar, mana yang salah. Based on information that is explicitly stated in the passage. To answer this kind of question, first look at the relevant information in the passage, then verify that 3 of the 4 answer choices are true and that the remaining choice is false. Remember, for this type of questions, the correct answer is the one that is not true, ya. Yang tidak benar sesuai dengan pernyataan. How to recognize negative factual information question? You can recognize negative fact items because either the words not or except. Biasanya pakai not dan except ya. Biasanya pertanyaan yang dipakai adalah sebagai berikut. According to the passage, which of the following is not true? The author description of act mention all of the following except. Ini sebenarnya maknanya sama. Menyebutkan yang berikut ini kecuali seperti itu. Which of the following is not stated? Which of the following is not mentioned? Which of the following is not discussed? All the following are true except. It means that all of this question indicates that you have to find the not true answer. Okay, let's go to the tips ya. Where to find the answer? The answer to this question are found in order the passage. How to answer the question? Choose a keyword in the question ya. Pertama, Anda harus membaca question. Diingat-ingat, reading pertama yang dilihat adalah questionnya. And then scan the appropriate place in the passage for the keyword. Read the sentence that contains the keyword or idea carefully. Look for the answer that are definitely true according to the passage. Eliminate those answers. Choose the answer that is not true or not discussed in the passage. Okay, now let's go to the example. We have example like this. Pertama, kita harus melihat questionnya. The question di sini pertanyaannya adalah, according to the passage, all the following were true of American art in the late 1800s ya, and early 1900s ya. Ini di sini berarti kita diminta untuk mendiskusikan yang tidak benar mengenai American art. Kita lihat di sini ada most American thought art was unimportant, tidak penting. American art generally copy European style. Most American consider American art was not better than European. American art was very popular with the European audience. Nah, dari sini kita baru baca. The United States in 1800 was full of practical, hardworking people who did not consider the arts from theater to painting as useful occupation. In addition, the public's attitude that European art was better. Ya. In addition, the public's attitude that European art was better than American. Ada ya. Both discouraged and infuriate American artists. In the early 1900s, there was a strong feeling among artists that the United States was long overdue in developing art that did not reproduce European tradition. Reproduce meaning copy ya. Everybody agreed that the heart and soul of the new country should be reflected in its art, but opinion differ about what is art would be like and how it would develop. Maka dari sini sudah kita tahu kebanyakan Amerika tidak menganggap seni itu penting ya, karena di sini ada kata-kata hardworking people who did not consider the arts from theater to painting as useful occupation. Mungkin tidak hanya di Amerika ya, di Indonesia pun masih menganggap seni itu gak penting ya. Kemudian in addition, the public attitude European art was better. Di sini juga sama. Nah, semuanya benar kecuali apa, ya kan? A, B, C ini semuanya benar kecuali apa? Ternyata D. American art was very popular. Di sini tidak populer American art. Maka the answer is American art was very popular with European. Artinya di sini kita diminta untuk mencari jawaban yang tidak ada di dalam passage. Okay, the explanation sometimes in negative factual information question, it is necessary to check the entire passage in order to make sure that your choice is not mentioned. However, in this example, the question is limited to one paragraph, so your answer should be based just on the information in that paragraph. Choice 1 is a restatement, ya. Kemudian choice 2, restatement juga, the United States was long overdue. Kemudian choice 3, restatement bahwa European art was better than American art. Jadi jawaban yang paling tepat adalah 4. Choice 4 atau D ya. Okay, that's the negative factual information. Kalau di factual information adalah mana yang benar, kalau di negatif mana yang tidak benar gitu ya. Okay, now let's go to skill 4 about inference questions. In this inference question, measure your ability to comprehend an argument or an idea that is strongly implied but not explicitly stated in the text. Jadi di sini teks ini, question ini menguji pemahaman Anda, pemahaman kita terkait bagaimana kita bisa memahami teks. Karena jawaban dari pertanyaan ini tidak secara eksplisit, tidak secara tertulis ada di dalam teks, tetapi secara tersirat. Implicitly gitu ya. For example, if an effect is cited in the passage, an inference question might ask about its cause, ya, sebabnya apa, akibatnya apa, terbuat dari apa, seperti itu. And then how to recognize inference questions. Inference question will usually include the word infer, suggest, or imply. Biasanya seperti ini pertanyaannya. Which of the following can be inferred about X? The author of the passage implies that X. Which of the following can be inferred from paragraph 1 about X? It is implied in the passage that blah blah blah. It can be inferred from the passage that blah blah blah. It is most likely that blah blah blah. And what probably happened? Ini adalah beberapa indikasi bahwa ini pertanyaan inference. Where to find the answer? The answer to this question are generally found in order in the passage. Biasanya di keseluruhan paragraf. Karena kita diminta untuk infer atau memprediksi atau menafsirkan ya, to interpret. How to answer the question? Choose a keyword, sama ya. Scan the passage for the keyword, and then carefully read the sentence that contains the keyword. Try to make an inference through all the related keywords, and look for a suitable answer according to that sentence. Okay, now let's go to the example. Oke, kita langsung saja menuju question. It can be inferred that Basilosaurus bred and gave birth in which of the following location? Artinya ini gave birth ya. Keywordnya kita kunci ada di gave birth, melahirkan. Ada di on land, both on land at sea, and shallow water, atau in a marine environment. Basilosaurus. Okay, let's go to the text. Another major discovery was made in Egypt, 1989. Several skeletons of another early whale, Basilosaurus, were found in sediments left by the Tethys Sea and now exposed in Sahara Desert. This whale lived around 40 million years ago, 12 million years after Pachycetus. Many incomplete skeletons were found, but they included, for the first time in Archaeopteryx, a complete hind leg that features foot with real nose. Basilosaurus was undoubtedly a fully marine whale with possibly non-functional or vestigial hind legs. Oke, dari sini ini adalah teks yang mendeskripsikan tentang Basilosaurus ya. Tentang deskripsi panjangnya, kemudian toesnya, footnya, legnya. Kemudian di sini ada kata kunci yang paling penting nih. Basilosaurus was undoubtedly a fully marine whale with possibly non-functional or vestigial hind legs. Fully marine whale artinya kan ada di dunia maritim, marine ya, laut. Jadi bisa jadi gave birth dan breed ini apa? Memberi makan anak-anaknya, and gave birth bisa kita simpulkan bahwa dia ada di laut. Berarti jawabannya adalah in a marine environment. Karena apa? Karena di sini dia disebutkan a fully marine whale. Di sini tidak secara eksplisit menyebutkan dia melahirkan di laut, tetapi karena kehidupannya semua ada di laut, maka dapat kita simpulkan bahwa dia melahirkannya pun di laut gitu ya. The second sentence explain that Basilosaurus is kind of whales. The first sentence states such like, ya kan? Kemudian the last sentence emphasize that Basilosaurus was undoubtedly a fully marine whale, which means that it lives in a marine. Artinya memang dia hidup di laut, maka sudah pasti dia melahirkan juga di laut. Sama aja manusia hidup di darat, melahirkannya juga di darat gitu kan. Okay, that's all the video today, and this is the end for skill 3 about negative factual information and skill 4 inference question. You can see the video discussing skill 1 about main idea and skill 2 about factual information here ya, di bawah ini. Kemudian nanti silahkan Anda bisa mengklik lagi about skill 5 and 6 di video rekomendasi setelah ini. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. See you on the next video. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat. See ya. Thank you. Good afternoon, good morning, good everything for you.